Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to our Adventures in Euro Truck Simulator 2 episode 100. That's right, we started this journey over 2 years ago with episode 1. I thought I'd play for a couple months and here we are 26 months and 2 years later, we're still driving trucks around Europe. So let's jump in and get started. We have a big delivery planned for tonight. I will show you where we are. We are in the outskirts of London. Now I had to start about 10:30 at night, but we're just going to take it. Here is our delivery. I found the perfect one in the freight market here. Our goal again is the longest possible delivery we can find. And check it out. We've got one from Lisbon taking 15 tons of vinegar. I mean, that's pretty appropriate. Way the heck up here to Vyborg, Russia. I mean, it's past St. Petersburg. 4,590 kilometers, a road journey of 66 hours and 12 minutes. Take the job. We're going to get started here. Now, I'm not sure if this is a bad omen or not, but I just did 6% trailer damage driving over here. I took a corner a little bit too wide and, yep, might have racked it up a little bit. But we're going to pull up in here. We'll get the trailer hooked up, and then we'll connect again as we talk a little bit. I've got something else planned for this journey that I thought might be fun too. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But let's get the truck hooked up first and get out here as we start to pull out. So see you in a sec. Alrighty, we are XPO. We've got our 15 tons of vinegar. We are all set to get out on the route here. I have a question for you. Do you think we can make it as a perfect delivery? Right? So that's a question for us here. Can we go 66 hours of driving and not get any damage or fines? I don't know if we're going to be on time either because it's a freight market. That's the reason why I'm driving at night, because with the freight market, it's game time, and if I slept twice to kind of cycle the clock through, we would have lost this delivery, and I didn't want to lose this delivery because it was such a perfect one. I think it might be the farthest possible, close to as far as possible a delivery you can get, because you can't go farther than that northeast corner of Russia there. And there was one available from Lisbon to Istanbul, but that was about 200, 300 kilometers shorter than this one. So I think this might actually be, if not the longest possible delivery. We're going to take it here. That truck's going to hit us, isn't it? All right, I guess we're good here. Now, we will have to somehow get our truck repaired somewhere along the way, but we'll get out on the highway first. But yeah, to go back to that point, I think this is the longest, one of the longest possible deliveries in the game. And it's all highway driving. We have no ferries, 66 hours. I wonder how long it's going to take in real life. That's question number 1. Question number 2 is how far, think in your head, if you want to put a comment down before you see the episode, how far do you think we can make it before we get a fine, a ticket, or some, are we going to be on time? But do we get a fine or a ticket? Can we make a perfect delivery? Do you have confidence that we could do that? And before we get started here, we'll connect a little bit as we get out on the road and stuff like that, as we make our way out of Portugal into Spain and stuff. But the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, I thought, what could we talk about on a journey that's this long? And so I thought it would be really cool to do one of those like top 10 episodes. And my thought was top 10 reasons I play Euro Truck Simulator 2. So we're going to talk about, we'll go countdown from number 10 to number 1. We'll pick one along the way. We'll just kind of keep hammering away at them until there are no more reasons left. And I've been kind of thinking about these over the course of the last couple days. And then I kind of finalized my list tonight while I was walking doggo. And so I have a list of my top 10 reasons why I think I've played a game for 2 years and why I'm still playing and why I enjoy the game. This truck is a little bit confused. But okay, we'll get going here. We'll see you as we get out on the road. And we'll start with some of the reasons that aren't on the list. I want to talk about some of those too. So that's going to be the first thing we'll talk about. But let's get, we have 66 hours, right? So I'm going to chop this delivery up a little bit here. Probably going to put like 3 or 4 hours in on the road here. And then we'll connect probably somewhere in the middle of Spain. Probably, let's see, what time is it now? Saturday at 11 o'clock. We'll connect in the middle of the night here. So we're going to just drive through the night here as we start out. We just slept a big 8 hours too. So we'll see in a little bit. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. We've been going about 4 hours now. So we've got 61 hours and 52 minutes left in our journey. I think we are in, let's see where we are. We're on the road. A23 looks like, oh yeah, we're still in Portugal. We haven't crossed the Portuguese-Spanish border yet. So yeah, we still have a long way to go. I was thinking 60, that even at like the top speed of time limit, it's going to take us about 3 hours here. So hopefully we can do pretty well here as we keep driving along. I'm going to take a break in real life, right? Because that's going to be probably 4 hours to shoot this episode is what I was thinking. So this is a bold adventure. And I'm not sure you can get a journey that's farther than this one. But to the point, let's chat. I was thinking this would be a fitting conversation to have. It's like, so why do I like Euro Truck Simulator 2? And I'm going a couple of caveats here too. I'm going to go specifically for Euro Truck Simulator 2, not American Truck Simulator. Because I was thinking about that as I was walking the dog tonight. It would be different if American Truck Simulator's list is going to be different than Euro Truck Simulator. And I'll mention it right from the start why I think one thing will be different. So what I wanted to start out, before we do number 10 on the list of favorite things, top 10 reasons for playing Euro Truck Simulator 2, I wanted to talk about things that are not going to be one of the 10 items. And maybe you can guess to think, okay, what 10 things am I going to say? And see if you can come up with the 10 things. That's a little bit tricky, right? Because you don't know exactly what I'm thinking about. And these aren't necessarily, I mean, some of them could be known categories and things you could think of, reasons that you play. But as you're listening, maybe you can think of the ones that, like, what are your top 10 reasons for playing, and drop them down in a comment below. Because I think one of the cool things about the game, right, is that everybody plays it for different reasons. And I mean, obviously there's a lot of overlap and things like that too. But there's a lot of different ways to enjoy this game. And I think everybody that plays it is probably in some way, manner, shape, or form a little bit different than somebody else. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the things that are not on my list. So one of the things that isn't on my list is kind of the sense of the world and like the nature of like the traffic and people and companies, like the sense of the world moving around you. Because I do think, I'm going to be a little bit honest here, I do think that like the AI traffic lacks a little bit, and just the, you can't see your own AI truck drivers in the game. Now that's a big deal and stuff like that, but I think that's an area of potential improvement, more like quests and things like that, and kind of a little bit more of kind of vibrancy that makes you feel like you're part of an active, living world. And I get the traffic is really good in that sense. A lot of different trucks and different scene, kind of different vehicles on the road and things like that, and people and stuff like that. But I feel like that's not one of the reasons why I play. Anyway, okay, that's not relevant. And that also brings us to another reason. This item would be on the list for American Truck Simulator, but it's not for Euro Truck Simulator. And that is the scenery as you're driving. Okay, so I think in American Truck Simulator, that's definitely on the list. But I feel like Euro Truck Simulator, to a degree, it's a different driving. Thought I got a fine there. Still no fines and haven't hit anything yet. I feel like it's a different driving experience. Whereas like American Truck Simulator, you're in the American West. Why is this truck going so slowly? Go 90, gentlemen or ladies. Let's go. Chop, chop. All right, I'm going to go buy this guy. Why are you guys going so slow? Okay. Anyway, not to be frustrated at all, but we got a long way to go, right? We got to get to Russia, and these guys are going slow. So anyway, yes, so it's not, scenery is not one of the items as well. And then the other thing that's not on the list is the building of a company, of a trucking company. I think that's good, but I feel like that could be something also that could be a little bit improved. Like I feel like it's kind of easy to make money after a while, and it escalates fast, and it's fun to kind of hire trucks and drivers and things like that. But I feel like that's an area that could be improved. It's not one of the top 10 reasons why I play. And let's see if there's anything else here. Oh, yeah, the other I'm going to put on here, two things to mention is mods. I like mods, but I'm not like a super heavy modder yet. I got a sense that that might change over time, right? I think I'm getting more into mods now, but it's not one of the top 10 reasons I play. I don't really get deeply into the mods and like engine sounds and different looks for vehicles and different vehicles and stuff like that. I enjoy them, but it's not one of the 10 reasons why I play. And the last one I want to mention, just because it's kind of maybe not obvious, is the driving. The driving, I think, is such an integral part of the game that I'm not going to count it as one of the reasons. It's so obvious that it's a driving game, that's not one of the things that I'm going to include. I think it's probably item number 1, but it's kind of obvious as you like the driving in the game and stuff like that. So I'm going beyond that element of it. So those are things that I'm not going to mention. It looks like we're getting sunrise a little bit here, perhaps. It's still raining as we kind of worked our way northward here through Portugal. But let's catch up as we get into Spain in maybe another 3 or 4 hours. It's weird, because usually when I make episodes, right, I'll take breaks along the way. Like I'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll take a break, and it'll be like 2 hours. So it's only like 5 or 6 minutes in real time. But now I'm taking breaks for like 4 hours, 5 hours. So it's like 15 minutes before I come back and say something again. We'll see in a little bit. Just a quick update. It's about a couple hours later, and we have had some dawn, but a lot of fog out here. Heavy rain. We've got lightning, and as you can see, visibility is poor. We're still going 90 kilometers an hour here, but a little bit nervous about running into something. But we got places to be, so we're going to trust the force here and really keep the gas pedal down here. Hopefully we can get into this lane. Oh, we got to go right. That's bad. We're going to screw this up. No, we're okay. Yeah, we're good, I think. Nope. We got to go this way, right? Nope. Oh, damn it. Guys, screwed up. It's going to take us an hour longer. Okay. That wasn't good. Anyway. I never do that. How did I do that? I was panicking. Anyway, we'll sort this out and get back out on the road. We kind of... Oh, we're going the other way now? Seriously? Not good when you make a 66-hour journey. Another 2 hours longer. Oh, well. What can you do? All right, so the rain has stopped. The newbie routed us all the way around a different way. So we kind of lost 2 hours there, which is a little bit unfortunate on a drive this long. But we do have a gas station. We need to sleep now because we've been driving all night long. It's daylight. The rain has stopped, so that's a positive. We're going to get gas up here, grab some sleep, and then head back out on the road. So we'll see you as we complete that. All righty. Gas in the tank, and we can sleep. Should get us to, what, about 3 in the afternoon? Oh, 5 o'clock in the evening. All right. Well, here we go. We're back out on the highway. So we'll see in a little while for item number 10, our first hour. I have no idea, by the way, how long this episode's going to be. Just going to let it happen. My guess is it's probably going to be like 40 minutes total when we're done and stuff like that. But I'm glad the weather finally cleared. Part of the reason why I think I missed that turn was that the fog. I got lots of excuses. The fog, the traffic, and then talking at the same time. So those are 3 good excuses, I think, anyway. Kind of just screwed up. The other question I'm wondering, we're at 1.2 million right now. This is going to get us, I think, 150,000 euros. So that's 1.35. Do you think our other drivers, because we've got a lot of drivers now, how close are they going to get us to that 1.6 million we need to do our AI driver experiment? So that's another question. But we'll see in a couple hours. Then we'll do item number 10 on the top 10 reasons why I play Euro Truck Simulator 2. See you in a bit. 55 hours and 50 minutes left to go. We've completed 10 hours of our journey, even though we've driven like 12 hours or so. And the driving's a lot easier now. So it's 7 o'clock in the evening, 7:30 in the evening here on Sunday evening as we're driving. We have to be there by Friday game time. This is a freight delivery, so game time matters, not real time. We're expected to arrive Wednesday morning at 3 o'clock, so we got time to sleep a little bit more. But hopefully we can make it on time as well here. And as yet, still good, still perfect, although this truck is making me a little bit nervous how close it is here. But hopefully we'll be okay. But the thing, again, it's so much easier now driving. Daylight, no fog, no rain, no lightning. Visibility's good, traffic's light. It's one of the cool things about this game is that I was trying to talk before, and it was like I was actually, it was stressful driving, so it was harder to talk as I was driving earlier on. But now it's just kind of much easier here. So we're making good time. But anyway, finally, to get to our first item, it's a long journey, so we got a ways to go. Oh, this actually, speaking, I didn't put scenery in there, but this is kind of a cool little look here, by the way. Anyway, item number 10. So number 10 on our reasons of why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2, why I'm still playing after over 2 years and making these episodes. Number 10 is history. Let me explain. I think one of the cool things about Euro Truck Simulator 2, especially coming from someone who lives in the United States and has spent some time in Europe. Wow, it just made Romana just made 28,000 euros. We're up to 1.3 million. Woohoo! Yeah. Someone who's I lived in Europe for a year and stuff like that, and I've traveled around a little bit, but not a ton. And I've only been there once, like in the last decade or so. So, I haven't spent a lot of time there. One of the things that I think is so cool about a Euro Truck Simulator 2 is that you capture that sense of history. Like you see the castles, and then you can go read about them and learn a little bit about them, or someone mentions something in the comments about them. Some of the deliveries and the places you're going to involve elements of history, and some of those historical episodes that we've done where we kind of find a building and go check it out and talk about it and learn about it a little bit. I feel like that's something that isn't in the American Truck Simulator game to the degree that it is, and it's something I really enjoy about Euro Truck Simulator. I found that kind of connecting with the history, even like the Tiger Tank one that's in France, that's kind of cool stuff. And so for me, kind of exploring that sense of history that's available in Euro Truck Simulator 2 is one of the draws. I mean, the other things I mentioned that aren't on the list are reasons I play. They're things I like. It's not like I don't like those things, like the sense of the game world and the mods and stuff like that. But this is a ranked list. So this is, the 10th reason why I was thinking. And I put this above all those items that didn't make the list because I really do appreciate the sense of connecting with history that you get with Euro Truck Simulator 2. This truck is slowing down, making me nervous. And with that, reason number 10 is done. We'll be back in a little bit with either something else interesting that happens or reason number 9. So we'll see you. Probably going to go about 5 hours. See if we can get down to under. I should have gone in that lane. What am I doing? Let's do it. We got this. Definitely got this. We do need to get repairs here too. I noticed our truck is kind of beat up. 7% damage. I think it's our tires that are wearing out after we did that 6% damage before. Truck makes me nervous on the right. But okay, we've successfully navigated another toll booth here. Still perfect on the drive. And we'll see you in about 4 hours as we get under 50 hours. It's probably going to be nighttime again. We just have to deal with the driving. When it comes up, we're going to drive because I want to see if we can make it on time. And we have to get there. I think it's Friday by morning. And so we can't screw around with sleeping twice to record during the daytime if we're going to make this delivery on time. So we have to just suck it up and drive through the night like a real job. See you in a little while. We're back. 49 hours and 37 minutes left to go. It's 2 o'clock in the morning now on Monday. We've driven mostly through the dark here. We're going to sleep in about 3 hours. So that'll keep trying to maximize how far we can go before we need to sleep. So there's a rest area about 3 hours down the road we're going to pull off and sleep at. Let's talk about reason number 9, why I play Euro Truck Simulator 2. Here we go. Truck and driver skill progression. So let me explain. I like the way the game, because we're at level 32 now, so we're kind of past the point where we can get any upgrade in the truck that we want and stuff like that. But through those first 20 levels and stuff like that, I thought it was really cool how as your driver leveled up, you could buy new cool things for the truck. That was a lot of fun. I'm not so dialed into kind of the AI driver progression not the AI driver, the human driver progression, like the skills and the distance. It was fun in the beginning when you could do farther deliveries and stuff like that for the first 10 levels or so, but that goes pretty fast, I think. And then after that, it's just kind of, okay, it's there, but it's not that big of a deal once you can do the long distance journeys and you can do kind of all the dangerous cargoes and stuff like that. So that part's not so much, but I really did enjoy how, right now, even in American Truck Simulator, I would say these were pretty much the same kind of things for both games. It's, we're level 24 to get a day cab for the new Western Star cab. We need to be level 25 or level 24 or something like that. So we got to level up. And so there's a reason to level up. There's another thing that you can get, and it involves making your truck better, bigger, faster, which allows you to drive faster and more easily on the roads that you're doing. So I've really enjoyed that through this kind of the lower levels of the game in particular. And that's one thing that I think really attracted me to the game over the long run, is that kind of driver progression and your skill progression. Not so much skill progression, but your ability that you're leveling up impacts its kind of truck and your truck upgrades and things like that. I thought that was really fun. And I do like that. That's kind of one of the reasons why I almost want to start a new career. I'm kind of excited about our Pro Mods new career with this, is that it'll be fun to start at level 1 again with a really, like slow beat up truck that doesn't go very fast and can't pull many loads, and then upgrade it and work our way up and stuff like that. And really didn't do that in Euro Truck Simulator 2 either, because we didn't take a loan, so we did a lot of freight jobs, and then once we got our first truck, we could actually upgrade it pretty far. So we kind of find to try that a different way and get a loan like as soon as we can in the next series and things. So there you have it. Reason number 8 is a driver level up truck progression kind of element of the game. I've really enjoyed that. So let's see, it's 48 and a half hours left to go. I've been going now a little bit over an hour in real life, and so I'm going to need to step up and stretch my legs and stuff like that. And I ran out of water like 12 hours ago in the game and stuff like that. So I'm going to get some water. And then let's come back, I think, right as I'll probably stop in as we're going to grab some more sleep. Oh, by the way, I should show you where we are, too. We are now France. So we've crossed over the Spanish border quite a while ago. We're past Bordeaux. We are making our way up, still well short of Paris. So, yeah, we got a long way to go. So anyway, we'll see you in a little while. Just a quick note, we took a 10-minute break here to re-energize, and I ran out of water, cold water though. So I'm making iced coffee and putting some cans of bubbly water into, is this my stop? No, it's not. Putting some cans of bubbly water into the freezer so I can get some water, because right now I might actually, I'm thinking I might do half of this tonight if I start to lose energy, because you don't want to listen to me if I'm like all sleepy and groggy and stuff like that. That's not very interesting. Plus, accidents happen when those things happen. Speaking of which, I was thinking about having a joke for an episode. Like every episode has a joke. And I was just reminded of this truck here. See the tanker truck right beside us there? Do you know how I know that's not a milk truck? Because if it were a milk truck, it would be going a lot faster. Because those things, they just go flying right past your eyes. Did you get it? Did you get it? Replay it if you need to. It's a joke in there. It's a joke bomb. Anyway, we'll see in a few hours for item number 8 on our list. This episode's going to be so long. Oh well. It's episode 100. Indulge me, right? All right, just a quick update. We got some sleep now, so we are back on the road here. It's now Monday, 1:30 in the afternoon, so we should have a lot of daylight driving now, and our driver is all energized again. So our tires are red. We need to fix our tires here. So I got to find a place to stop at some point. I'm going to try to solve that problem, but we'll see in a little bit for item number 8 on our list, though. Yeah, so taking a look at it, our tires are at 9%. That's what I mushed up just before we picked up the delivery. And now there is a repair station that's not too far off the road, about 5.5 hours down the road. So I think we're just going to kind of push it to that point. I don't know how our trailer's got 3% damage because we haven't hit anything. I don't know if that's just because our tires are messed up. We're picking up damage on the trailer. I'm not sure. That's kind of odd, but we'll go get it fixed in about 5 hours here. Near Reims in France, there is a place that's not too far off the road that we can get everything repaired. So we'll see in a little while. A couple hours, we'll be back for number 8. 44.5 hours to go. A little bit over 22 hours done. So we are about 1/3 of our way of our journey now. It's taken about an hour and a half of real time. So about 3 hours of real time left, counting breaks, right? So probably about 4.5 hours to do this whole delivery. And I'm not sure, I might need to bail because that's going to put me like 2 a.m. if it keeps going at this pace, and I got to work tomorrow, so I might just kind of go to sleep and then get up early and finish it in the morning. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just take a quick look at where we are, though, on the map. Seeing a lot of signs for Paris now, so we are approaching Paris. We've made our way all the way down here from Lisbon up to Paris, but still, oh my goodness, a long haul left to go. This is actually kind of fun to do this long journey. I didn't. It's amazing to be 22 hours into a delivery and be 1/3 of the way done, which is kind of cool. Anyway, but next stop is Reims to get our tires and truck patched up a little bit here. We're going to break, or after that, I think we still got like 3 hours before we get there. But nice, easy driving now. The weather's good. The traffic's light. All highway driving. That is one fun thing about this long delivery like this, is that for the most part, it's been 90 kilometers an hour and on the highway and stuff like that. The trickiest part, the most stressful part, were those first like 10 to 12 hours at night in the rain and the fog, going through northern Portugal and then into Spain and stuff like that. France has been, except for the toll booths, which are everywhere, a little bit of an adventure at times, given some of the AI driving patterns. Let's go this way. We got it. Yeah, we'll go this way. Other than that, though, France has been pretty much a rocking chair. 194 euro toll. Wow, that's a lot. But anyway, to our point, reason number 8 to get back on track of why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2, sense of accomplishment. Let me explain. So one of the cool things I think about it, that I've can kind of think about it, and I spent quite a bit of time thinking up these reasons, and I'm sure that as soon as I'm done with this, people are going to put some comments down below. It's like, I like it for this, and I'm going to be like, oh, I completely forgot that one. So probably not a perfect list here, and I reserve the right to append it or modify it based on the things that you put down in the comments and stuff like that. But sense of accomplishment, there's something really satisfying about picking up a job, going and hooking up your trailer to your cab, making the delivery, and getting paid. I mean, it's a digital game, right? It's not like a real thing happened. You're just moving digits around and stuff like that. But, bear with me, there is this certain sense of like, I got work done. Even though you're completely fooling yourself, right? You didn't get any work done. You sat down and you played a game. But that sense of accomplishment of just moving some freight, getting something there. Like, we're going to move vinegar from Lisbon to Russia. It's like, yeah, that's cool. And for whatever reason, even though it's totally fake and it's just a game, there is a certain click of accomplishment, I think, that registers for me when I do that. And it's fun to like get stuff done in a game like this. So that's reason number 8 for why I like Euro Truck Simulator. So 43 hours left to go. We'll see you. Let's check in again another 3 hours or so as we get towards the, I think, hopefully the northeast part of France and stuff. And we are well over 1/3 of the way now, closing in on halfway there. But so we'll see you in a little while. Beautiful day to drive. It's 4 o'clock, 4:30 now on Monday afternoon. And we're still scheduled to arrive Wednesday at noon. So still scheduled to arrive ahead of time. But I suspect with all the sleeping we'll need to do, that we might actually be late. But no big deal if we are. Still no fines and disasters yet. Although I'm kind of wondering if these bad tires might cause us a problem here in a few hours. But hopefully we get them fixed in time. So we're pulling off now at Reims in France with a little bit over 40 hours to go, 41 hours to go, because there is a mechanic's garage right around the corner here, just 2 rotaries away. So very nice and close to the highway and everything. And that's handy because I didn't want to have to go a long way off the road to get the truck fixed. That would have been a pain, or hit a lot of traffic lights and stuff. This looks pretty handy, and it's turning out to be exactly what we hoped it would be. So it looks like we just go around here, and then we have to pull in there. There it is. All right, so we can just go right in here and get our truck fixed. Excellent. So we'll fix this up and then get back on the road. We are back on the highway. That took no time at all. That was great. I was kind of, like you get off in a city with like traffic lights and have to hunt around. That was about the most perfectly placed garage we could hope for. So truck all fixed, tires all fixed. Truck is happy truck. A little bit over 40 hours to go. We'll be back shortly for another update. So 40 hours to go. It's just shy of 8 p.m. on Monday evening game time. And we've left the highway here, cutting up just across the kind of the rural countryside here in France. We can see the windmills and stuff like that. Just it's nice to get a little bit of a variety from the pure highway that we've had for the vast majority of the drive so far. But we're cutting up to another highway as we head into Germany here. So just kind of making our way across some countryside now. And at this moment, instead of doing number 7, I thought I want to do something else because I feel like this is appropriate for episode 100. I want to do a patron shout out. Now, I've been kind of mentioning to do these coming up in episodes, and I'm trying to sprinkle them out over. Started a Patreon a couple months ago, and now we've got 10 patrons on the channel, a Patreon channel. If you want more information, I'll put it down below. But I wanted to give a shout out to one of our patrons because this, I think, is a very appropriate episode to do that in. Of course, it is none other than Parkera NZ. He's one of our patrons. Whoa, almost had an accident as we mentioned his name here. But the reason why I wanted to mention it on this episode in particular, and many of you know this story already, right? But Parkera NZ he has a great channel of his own. He does Euro Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator. He's a farming simulator expert. And rumor has it, for those of you who like military history, he may be doing, I don't want to give it away, but he may be doing something military related on his channel relatively soon. So I hope that doesn't give too much away, Parkera. But if you haven't checked out his channel yet, I highly encourage you to do so. And to go back to the original reason for the story, which many of you know, is that he's the guy. He was bugging me like over 2 years ago. He said, "Oh, you got to check out this game. It's great. It's great." And I watched one of his episodes and I'm like, God, that looks so boring. But then I think I had it actually in my Steam account because maybe like it was part of a bundle or I got it on sale and I'm like, oh, $4, sure, whatever. So I had the base game and then I tried it once again. And many of you know the story, so pardon the kind of the redundancy if you've heard it below. But I tried it and I was like, okay, that was okay. But I didn't have a wheel the first time, right? And then I thought, I was like a month later, I said, I think I actually have a wheel. Maybe it'd be more fun with a wheel. I went down to my basement. I found this like 10-year-old Logitech wheel. And I said, I wonder if I can hook that up to this PC. And I did. And it worked. And I was like, oh. And then I played with the wheel and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. And now here we are 100 episodes later. So patron shout out. Here's the other patrons in the channel there. I think we're up to 10 patrons now. Information is down below. Support is always greatly appreciated. Don't do it if you don't have, if you're tight for money, don't do it, please. But if you would like to support the things that are going on the channel, that's always greatly appreciated. And thank you to Parkera NZ for your awesome support and for getting me, we're going to go get gas here. For getting me hooked on this game. All right, so we'll get gas here, I think. And then we'll see you in about another 4 or 5 hours. We should be in Germany then. And then we'll do reason number 7. I can't believe we're not even halfway yet. So 36 hours to go. We're sleeping again. We don't need gas here, but another sleep. I think it's our 3rd sleep. Now we're kind of in sync now, because and we're just yawning. Our timing is perfect, and it's 11 o'clock at night, so we should wake up just about daybreak, which is good because we've been a little bit off with our sleep cycle so far. But I think we can just pull in right up here, grab one of these little spots, get some sleep, and then it'll be a nice chunk of daytime driving. There we go. Should be what, 7 in the morning? 8 in the morning? We sleep 9 hours? Perfect. And we're at 1.4 million euros. So counting the 1.5 million that we'll, 1.5, the 150,000 we'll get for this, we're going to be close. Considering we're not even halfway yet, we should hit 1.6 million, which means we can start our AI driver experiment. So anyway, we're back on the road now. It's Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock. We're scheduled to arrive Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the evening, still well ahead of our required time, which I think is Friday morning, and we have a good chunk of driving now. We're approaching the halfway mark, 3 hours to go. So let's check in at the halfway mark, and then we'll do reason number 7 of why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2. Back a little bit early, 34 hours and some change left to go. We are in Germany. Yay! So that's exciting. Another country down. Let's take a look here at the map as we do. Try to do this without having an accident. But yeah, we started way down here in Lisbon. We've driven all the way through Spain, all the way across France, and still we've got Germany to cross, Poland to cross, and then of course some of the countries in here and up into Russia. So yeah, still halfway, not quite halfway there. But I thought this would be a good time to come back as we cross halfway to talk about reason number 7 of why I like Euro Truck Simulator. Reason number 7 is, and this is kind of a lumping together of a bunch of things, but I'm going to call it the dynamic and changing nature of the world. Whoops, I got to hit the gas here. What's going on? And by that, I mean the way that SCS software keeps adding events, keeps adding DLCs, and keeps kind of updating the game engine in like different versions to change things and reworking cities and stuff like that. So that I think, I think, you know, if the game were static, I mean, and they were, even if they were probably just DLCs, because those happen relatively infrequently, right? I think it would be a little bit challenging to play the game kind of continuously, right? But like, and that's why I think one of the things that it's, yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah, I don't think so. We're good. It's just a little bit of an accident there. We're fine. Just driving on by. Thanks, guys. Yep, no worries. Yay. So the point, to get back to the point at hand, like events keep it fresh. We have the updates to the engine, and then we also have, of course, DLCs. If it were just DLCs, though, I think it would be kind of, I'd probably play more in spurts. Like I'd play, and then I'd stop. But it's the events, the DLCs, the updates to the engines, the different types of other like delivery packs, the trailers, the new trucks. There feels like there's always been some, for the most part, although I'll say the last year for Euro Truck Simulator 2, it's been a little bit quiet, of course, because the Russia thing was a problem. But now we finally got an event, the Hanover event, which we're going to go do right after we drop this off, get started on that. I'm looking forward to that. But for the most part, you know, playing this game for about 2 years, I feel like there's always been something going on, and there's always something to look forward to. There's always something changing, and I've really appreciated that. And I know that's one of the things I like about the game. Reason number 7 is kind of the dynamic nature of the game world and how it's constantly changing. And with that, we are a mere, keep speeding here, this 80-mile-an-hour speed limit. Germany's tough. Let's see if I can set the cruise control. There we go. Let's try that at 85. That should keep everybody happy. But yes, 33 hours and 13 minutes to go. I think we were 66 hours, so I think we can officially say that we are halfway done with the journey. Now, just to give an idea, took about a 10-minute break. It's now 11:35 p.m., so it's taken me 2 hours to do 33 hours of game driving. Now, consider we did screw up back there and lost a couple hours and stuff, right? So, still kind of kicking myself for that. We'd have 31 hours left if I didn't mess that up. But that aside, so I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go for maybe another, I'm going to take a break now because I've been going for another hour or so. Take a break in like 5 minutes. Then I think I'm going to try to push forward to try to get down to like 20 hours, then go to sleep. And then I think I can get up early and finish before work so I can get the episode up tomorrow on the channel. So that's going to be the plan here. So another 5 minutes. But we'll see you. Let's come back in another couple hours, under 30 hours. And we'll talk about reason number 6. So, and these are ranked too. So these are there's the 6 big ones still to come. I'm curious to see what people say down in the comments too. And I should add before we cut away, because I just can't help myself, I wish I did a drive like this before. This is more fun. I thought it would be a slog. I thought it would be like, wow, you know, like 3.5, 4 hours of driving in the game. This is actually kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it all the time, but like, you know, like try a really long journey. And I'm pretty sure this must be as close to one of the longest journeys you can get in the game. But this has been a lot more fun than I thought, you know, kind of just sit in and say, okay, I'm going to just drive for 4 hours in the game. A little bit under 30 hours left to go. I just took about a 10-minute break again. Real life me took a 10-minute break again as we crossed kind of the 2. I started recording almost 2.5 hours ago now, but I've taken about 20 minutes of breaks total, 2 10-minute breaks. And I'm hoping it's just shy of midnight now in real life. So my plan is, with about 30 hours to go, I'm going to have to cut this up into 2 recordings. So I'm going to try to get another 10 hours in tonight and get up super early tomorrow and drive the last 20 hours or so. So another half an hour, I think, we'll try to get in tonight. But I have replenished myself with food, and the water I put in the freezer is all nice and cold. So I got beverages and food, and we are back on the road in game world here. It's kind of funny because I haven't done an episode where, like in the game world, you're always sleeping and stuff like that, right? You got to get your sleep because the truck gets fatigued. But I haven't had to really kind of take breaks in real life from playing that much. I know we did one longer episode early on where I did that, but for the most part, I just do them in one sitting and they take like an hour. But this is going to be about 4 hours of video, chopping it up into a bunch of different clips, of course, and then we'll edit it back down. But to get back to the point, enough of the distractions here. Under 30 hours to go, 29 hours to go. Let's talk about point number 6 as to why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2. This one I think this one's just me, and I think this is probably one that people aren't expecting to hear, okay? But here, for what it is, because this is my list, and I get to make it the way I want to. You can make your own lists, and you can put them down in the comments or make your own videos and stuff like that. But this is my list, so I get to play by my rules. And it's episode 100, so it's kind of like I get to do what I want, right? So anyway, enough of that. Reason number 6 why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2, parking. Were you expecting that? I just really like parking the truck at the end of the episode. It's like I always look forward to it. And I like the hard ones. The harder they are, the better I like them. I like trying to park tandem trailers now. I like that we figure out how to do the I can do anythings and try to park them that way. I get disappointed if it's an easy 40 and stuff like that. I just like the parking of the trucks, and I always look forward to it. And it's funny because, I mean, I felt like in the middle, like probably like episode, I'm going to guess like this, maybe the 60s or 70s with Euro Truck Simulator, when I was kind of playing like a little bit more, perhaps. I felt like, because I feel like I've had some breaks over the past few months, but when there was a stretch in there where I felt like I was actually getting decent at the parking and getting better at the parking. Then when I switched to the smaller mirrors, and there's been a while where I've had to take like week breaks or a little bit longer, and so I just feel like whatever I was gaining, I kind of leveled off. I don't feel like I'm bad at parking, although there are some episodes where I have really bad parking adventures, for sure. But sometimes it's good. But I feel like I've kind of leveled off with this kind of very mediocre level of ability. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's just fun. And I feel like it'd be something that'd be really cool if it could just drive a ton for like a week and see if you get really good at it. Probably going to take a lot longer than a week. But anyway, reason number 6 is parking. I enjoy the parking element of this game a ton. So let's see. 28 hours left. We'll come back under 25 hours, and let's do reason number 5. So we'll see in a little bit. We are now, I should show you where we are too. We are approaching, just coming south of Berlin. So kind of gradually working our way towards Poland here. We've got still probably a couple hours to go. And then up through Estonia and things like that, Lithuania, up into Russia. So we'll see in a little bit. This looks like the Polish border, I believe. Yep. So we are in Poland. Goodbye, Germany. And your 80-kilometer speed limits. Hopefully Poland, I think it's 90s, right? So just kind of cruising through here. A bit of a checkpoint. Pass with no problems, and we are into Poland. So we are under 25 hours to go, and we are just south of Poznan in Poland here, cutting across, heading towards Warsaw. So we still have a good hike here before we start cutting up into the Baltic states and stuff like that. But we are almost tired. Well, we are tired, and our sleep meter is red. It's just up ahead is a toll booth where we're going to pull off and sleep. But with 24 hours and 40 minutes left to go, let's go to reason number 5. These are the exciting ones, I think, now. Reason number 5, why I like Euro Truck Simulator. Oh, seriously? First violation. We made it, 42 hours. That trucking, the construction spot nailed us. Oh, so it was a 66-hour journey, 24 hours to go. So, what's that, 42 hours? We made it before we got our first fine. Gah, so it won't be a perfect delivery. Bummer. So if anyone voted for perfect delivery, you guessed 42 hours, you are right. And that was our first fine. Oh well, stuff happens. But to go back to the point, just that dramatically interrupted there by the police officer. So reason number 5... why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2 is exploration. I think that's kind of an obvious one, right? But just the sense of like going to this new place, seeing new stuff, it just kind of just traveling around. Like we can see even like a hot air balloon off to the side there. Just the stuff you see in the travel and the journey and things like that, and just encountering new places and new countries and the different roads, and it's a little different. You know, I think this scenery element is kind of part of that, but come on, give us this. We got the E there. It's not coming us up. There we go. Okay, we're gonna pull right over here and fall asleep unless someone doesn't let us. I think we're good. All right, there should be a sleeping spot right over here. Right here, perhaps? There we go. Good. So let's get some sleep here, then we'll be back to talk more about that. Probably going to be dark when we wake up, right? Early morning? Yeah, okay. No worries. 1.5 million. So we will have enough after this episode to do our experiment for sure. Some of our drivers leveled up and picked up some cash here. We're out on the highway. 24 hours to go, almost approaching the 2/3 mark on the delivery, but not quite yet. But anyway, to go back to that, yeah, I mean, there's not probably too much to say about it, but I think the thing that keeps me going is that just that feeling as a kind of a human being, you're going to a place you haven't seen before and just enjoying what's there. And that sense of travel, seeing new things, seeing new places. I feel like that's been, for me, a big, strong draw to the game, and why I keep coming back to it. And now the game world now is so massive. You know, if you get the DLCs, I mean, you've got England down to Istanbul. You've got the north, you know, kind of a chunk of Russia all the way down to Lisbon. We're going to have the more Balkan states coming up pretty soon. There's just, and if you add pro mods to it, it's so massive. I mean, if we just take a look at our map, right? So I've got almost 200 hours in the game right now. And I'm not really trying to explore lots of new places, but we've seen just shy of 34% of the roads. So we're not even halfway. We're not even close. We're like a third of the way through the game. And I'm probably falling behind the way that, I guess maybe not with Euro Truck Simulator with DLC, but there's still so much that we haven't seen in the world. And it just goes on and on. It's connected to that history thing, right? You know, where you're kind of seeing parts of history and travel, but that sense of exploration, I think, it's a fun reason to play. I think it's a big reason why people play games in general, but it's a big draw for this game for me as well. And with that, we have 23 hours and 48 minutes left to go. Real time, it's crossed midnight now. So I am going to, let's get to under 20 hours. I'm going to go a little bit more and then get some sleep here. But it's dawn in game time. It's 4 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. We're supposed to arrive Thursday at 4 in the morning. So I think we're going to be okay arriving on time and such. So far, so good. Looks like a bright and beautiful day here in Poland as we head towards Warsaw. So we'll see you in a little bit with reason number 4. I think that'll be probably the last one that I do before I get some real sleep. Gah! They changed the speed limit. There was a police officer pulled over right there. I didn't realize we were coming up on a toll booth. So another €200 fine. We're just a tad over, I think, because it was just a small fine. So second speeding ticket. I mean, yeah, stuff happens. But wow. This is the biggest AI delivery I think I've seen. Maria M. just made €83,000. Just went through Warsaw. I just thought I'd point that out. So we are probably close to 1.6 million now, plus the money we're going to get for this one, assuming we finish it okay. I mean, knock on wood. We should have enough to start our experiment for sure, and then some. And I think I forgot about the extension for the garage, so we might need like 1.8 million, but we're still going to be pretty close. So game time, it's Wednesday morning at 7:30. We're still on track for our delivery in time, but real world time, it's 12:35 a.m. Been at this for over 3 hours with still about 20 minutes of breaks in there. But it's time for me to get some real life sleep in real life. So I'm going to pull off here. There should be a little rest area here. I'm going to get some gas for the truck and then just pull up there beside that little construction truck and call it a day. And I'll get up early tomorrow and try to finish this up. But this has been really fun. If you haven't done a really long journey in the game, this is cool. I've really enjoyed this. This kind of sense of like epic distance has been. Oh, we just hit 1.6 million. Nice. Liking this. So excited to start our experiment too. Anyway, I'm just going to pull up here beside this little truck, and then we're going to call it a day. So for you, it will only be a few seconds. For me, it's going to be about 6, 7 hours of sleep, I think. We'll see you tomorrow morning. I'm going to shut the engine. Oh, I don't want to sleep, though. So, okay, yeah, we'll see you in the morning, and then we'll continue on for the last little bit more, a little bit less than a third of the journey. Good night. We are back. Let's get out on the road here. So, oops, even though it was only a couple seconds in game time, it's actually been about 20 hours. The whole get up early and finish this thing just didn't work out. I didn't wake up with enough time to finish it before I needed to start work. And then now it's about 9:20 p.m. So actually it's right about the time when I started this last night when I'm picking it up again. So we are back in action, making our way across Poland. Looks like the wheel is pretty balanced here. I think we can live with this. We'll take that. So where are we now? Got to reorient my brain here. A little bit under 20 hours to go. Let's get down the road a little bit here. It's Wednesday morning. Well, I guess all this stuff is known to you because it's been just a few seconds for you if you've been watching the show here. But Wednesday morning, okay. And we have 19 hours and 45 minutes left to go. Sounds good. The wheel is a little tugging to the right. I think I might adjust it here. Anyway, I'll get this sorted out. We'll get down the road a little bit, and then we'll do reason number 4. Hey, it's Parkera on the farm. Hey, Parkera. So as we continue to cut across Poland now with a little bit under 19 hours left to go in this agonizingly slow 70 kilometer per hour speed limit zone on this perfect straightaway. Not sure why it's so slow, but anyway, we're dealing with it. Let's go to reason number 4. Well, why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2. Now, I think this one's an interesting one for some people because I know some people don't care about this at all, but I really like. Reason number 4 is achievements. Yes. So I like little mini goals, and I like to be working towards things, and I like little projects to work on, and that whole sense of like checking things off and making progress and doing stuff and then getting something done. And achievements, I think this game is the game is very unstructured, right? You kind of drive wherever you want, you do whatever you want. There's no real, I mean, with events and stuff like that you get, there's kind of a, focused incentive to do certain deliveries and stuff like that. But other than that, it's kind of just do whatever you want. And I know a lot of people love to play that way. They don't really want to be tied down with goals. They just kind of want to go where they want to go. But for me, I really like the variety of the achievements, like the ones that are perfect deliveries. Up Białystok. Probably butchered that. My apologies if anyone here is Polish. But whoops, going way too fast too. It's the first city that we haven't been to yet in the game on the drive. So only one new city covered. But to go back to that point, and it looks like we got a little question mark over here. That might be a recruiting agency, which would be nice. You can always use more recruiting agencies. We're going to pick it up. Let's get close to it. Ching. Yes, we got it. Nice. To go back to the point, though, I love the variety of the achievements. I like that they're there. I like this, over 75 of them now, I think, in both games. But it gives me something to focus on, a short-term goal. I love that sense of accomplishment that you get when you finish one up. And I do like, some of the longer ones, like 10 deliveries of a certain type of product. I haven't done many of those yet. But even so, again, that kind of thing where 200 hours or so into this game, I think I'm not, maybe somewhere around halfway with the total number of achievements that kind of to do. So I like them. I feel like they give the game a lot of structure. I love having little mini projects to be working on when I come into the game. So big fan of the achievements, and it's a big reason why I think I've really enjoyed kind of playing this game for such a long time. So there we are. Reason number 4 for this. We'll come back with, now let's see, we'll come back under, say, 15 hours. Do reason number 3, then under 10, reason number 2, and then under 5, reason number 1. All right. We still got a long way to go, don't we? Man. We have just crossed the Lithuanian border. 15 hours and 46 minutes left to go. We're making progress. We are in Lithuania, and we have just under 1,000 kilometers left to go. So we started with over 4,000. Making progress. See you in a little bit. Under 15 hours to go. Let's do reason number 3. So this one I think is, well, yeah, let me just say. Reason number 3 why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2. and why I know I've kept playing. We're getting down to the last 3. These are the big ones. Like this is, I mean, achievements are big too, but this is, I think these are the 4 I really thought about here. Oops. Oh, bridge maybe? Speed limit just changed here. Caught me off guard. Trying to still see if we can stay under 3 speeding tickets here. Now we're back up to 90. Here we go. Anyway, back to reason number 3. Reason number 3, community. And by community, I think this is maybe a little bit unique to kind of the circumstances for this series and things like that. You know, I think over the course of 100 episodes, you know, a ton of people have commented, provided advice, kind of laughed along at some of like the goofy things that happen and stuff like that. And a good number of people have been, you know, commenting since some of the earliest episodes and following along and stuff like that. So I feel like it's been kind of such a privilege to be able to have people along and watching this and kind of sharing in this adventure. It's made it so much better for me. I've enjoyed it so much. And so as I was thinking through reasons, it's like, yeah, it's definitely the people I've gotten to know, the people have kind of, and some people have drifted in for a few episodes and drifted away, and a lot of new people lately and stuff like that. Thank you for joining and things like that. But I think I've replied to every comment because it's actually fun. I enjoy it when people, well, I mean, not all the comments, right? There's always some comments that aren't that super fun. But for the most part, I've really enjoyed like 99% of the comments, getting to know people, talking to people. So that kind of sense of interaction with and sharing this journey and adventure with other people has been a huge part of it. I know if it were just me playing the game alone, I wouldn't still be playing it. I'm sure of that. So thank you to everybody who's been kind of part of it. And reason number 3 is definitely, oh, Kaunas, another city. Oh, Baltic Tour. Nice. 23 out of 35. Our second new city on this 66-hour journey. But yes, so reason number 3, community, and that takes us to only 14 hours left to go in our journey. We'll be back with a little bit. I think we have to sleep in a couple hours, so we're going to get back. It's going to be nighttime again. But as we kind of make our way through the Baltic states here, we'll check back in probably another 3-4 hours and then do reason number 2 as soon as we get under 10 hours. We're in a slow truck here. Did you figure out my joke, by the way? It's a tank truck in front of us. Well, anyway, hopefully you figured it out. So it is raining Wednesday afternoon, about 2 p.m. We need sleep. We do not need gas, but I think we'll probably just pick some up anyway. Should be a sleeping spot right off to the right here. We're going to grab a little gas, and hopefully the weather will kind of clear up here. I don't know how we're going to pull into that, but well, we'll sort it out. Let's just top off the tank since it's so easy. We'll go right up here and grab some sleep. Wow, we still took a lot of gas. All right, so can we... Yeah, we're passing out, I know. I think we can just do this, right? And then we should be in it. So we get in here. It's not letting us sleep. But we'll sort this out. All right, so may have cheated a little bit here. Rather than screw around with the car, I just screw around with the trailer, getting it straight. I just pulled right over there. So nighty-night. Now we're going to wake up, and we're going to be driving through the night and through some of the day there. So, okay, we'll get this hooked back up and get back out on the road. Oh, where? 2,000 euro fine. That was a painful one. Speeding ticket number 3. Wasn't paying attention here. It's watching the lightning horizon. Little bit under 10 hours to go. We've got 56 hours plus a couple hours we screwed up on under the belt here. But reason number 2 why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2. Immersion. Probably, I bet a number of people would have guessed that one. But the sense of weight with the truck and the motion of the truck and the weather and the time of day and the lighting, like even right now, this just feels like early morning, 4 a.m. and it's just, you got the mist off there, and there have been so many times, late at night where you're driving alone, where it just captures that feel of being on the road alone, or you're in bad weather and it's stormy out, and it it really feels like you're in a vehicle in those circumstances. You know, the sense of weight taking corners and stuff like that, especially with some of the weather mods like the snow mod and stuff like that. And just the kind of the scenery is, of course, part of that, right? So, you know, I mentioned that the specific beautiful scenery isn't necessarily a reason why I play Euro Truck Simulator 2, but this sense of being there, and they all kind of wrap together, is a huge reason why I'm still playing Euro Truck Simulator 2. I think it's probably the highest achievement with the whole simulation is just how real it feels sometimes. It's just the light rays, everything. It's just really brilliantly done. It's so many different times a day, too. It just totally nailed the feeling of being in a truck, moving across the country, doing different cool things. So this is a little bit slow up ahead here. What's going on, guys? But 9 hours and 10 minutes left to go. We are in a very slow conga line of trucks now. This is the speed limit 30. I'm not sure why. What's going on up here? But anyway, we'll keep going. We're going to need to sleep one more time, I think. So I'm going to try to drive as far as I can. I'm not sure how we'll make it work, but we'll get to sleep one more time, and then we'll be heading on up to Viborg or Viborg. It's one of the two, I bet. Like right here. This is just a few minutes ahead, but like the light rays coming through the trees there, and the light over the trees, and the darker on the road. Yeah, perfect. So we crash into this truck. A little bit under 7.5 hours to go. We've reached a checkpoint we reached the Russian border, actually, as we're going through now. So I realize this takes a while, I think, to go through this. We have to kind of navigate a bunch of different stops and things like that, but 7.5 hours to go. I did want to point out one thing. If we look at the truck damage, our trailer damage is up to 8%, and I think that's because we wore down all the tires. So after almost 60 hours of driving, we put 8% in, and those didn't get fixed the last time we stopped to try to fix them in France. So we're stuck with that. I think we'll just have to hope they hold up for the rest of the journey. And we've put 4% damage on the tires on our cab after getting it repaired in France too, just because we put so many miles on the vehicle, which is pretty cool. Cargo, still no damage though. So anyway, we'll make our way through the checkpoint here, get out the other side, and we get under 5 hours left. Reason number 1. So you've heard all the reasons. Can you guess what it is? This is actually kind of cool. I either didn't come in this way or this is new, the X-ray station here. That was interesting. So as we're crossing into Russia. Haven't experienced that before, but now we're out the other side. So border crossing, and then Pskov, the city here, was really slow wheeling. We're in that city time limit, and it's a big city, and now train. So it's taken a while to make this to get down to in real time. It's taken a while to get that last hour or so here, but we're grinding away, making progress. We do need to sleep, and there is a place to sleep right up ahead. So we're going to grab that now, which will probably take us to late afternoon then. Oh, look, the Washington Monument. Wow, I didn't know it was here. Whoops, I gotta go in here. Oops, I don't think I should have turned left here. Oh well. Whoops. Did a little bit backwards, but anyway, we're gonna grab some sleep over here. Our last sleep. And then we'll head out for the last 6.5 hours more to go here. There we go. All right. Nighty-night. Oh, good. Oh, this is actually fitting, right? So we started in the rain, and it looks like we're going to finish in the rain. 1.6 million later, so the lightning. It's the same weather we started from. We do not need gas. We'll head out this way, which is, I think, the wrong way to go, but it's close enough to the right way that I think we're okay. Yeah, so we got foggy weather. Suddenly, things got a little bit more interesting. Can't really see that way. Wrong way violation. Minus 100. Been nabbed by the Russian police. Oh well. Things happen. Anyway, we're right here at the Washington Monument. Whoa, I gotta be careful. Can't see very well now. things are getting a little bit crazier now. 5 hours and 12 minutes to go. And this again is that sense of immersion, right? So it's about 6 o'clock at night. It's starting to lose daylight. We got the mist sitting off in the woods there. We got lightning, rain. We're in these wooded highways up in Russia between St. Petersburg and Pskov, and just making our way through. It just feels like that early evening, heading into a dark and rainy night. But with 5 hours left to go, let's do our final reason, the number one reason. This was easy to pick, right? So when I kind of thought of all the different reasons why I play the game and stuff like that, this is the absolute number one reason. And I knew it was number one right from the time I started, and it was super easy to nail as number one. I'm wondering how many people might guess it and know beforehand kind of what I'm thinking of here. Hopefully, I gotta slow down. Do not want to get another ticket. But yeah, so construction here. All right, as we go through the lane. These guys are hard working out in the rain and everything. Good for them. Thursday night, 6:30. They're getting the job done. But the number one reason, here we go. Drum roll, please. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Relaxation. Yes. I think this will make sense to most people who play the game. Another word I could call it, we could call it chill. We could call it just stress relief. We could just call it enjoyness and pleasantness or stuff like that, but it's really not. It's just relaxation and chill, because I think that's the word when I think of this game. The thing that, and the interesting part for me too, right, is that it's not something I played games for before this. Like, I don't think I played games that I would kind of look at almost as like meditation or relaxation or just enjoyment and just easy and but this one made me realize that I like games that have that element to it as its big strength. You know, I think that, you know, mentioned it in a lot of the previous 100 episodes at different points in time and things like that. But, you know, it's not too hard. It's just hard enough to demand your attention. And yet at the same time, you know, sometimes you've had a long day and things have just gone sideways and stuff like that. And you just feel like going for a drive in some cool country and getting a little job done. And it's almost, again, that kind of ritual, meditative kind of state. But it is definitely, absolutely, hands down, the number one reason why I like Euro Truck Simulator 2. It's that chill, relaxing vibe that you get when you play. And sometimes you realize it's just kind of what you needed to end a rough day, or just to take a little bit of a break and kind of imagine you're someplace else doing something really simple. That's kind of, I think, what it comes down to. And I think part of it is, right, that simple nature of the game, right? This isn't a complex game. And I know there's features that I would like in the game. Like, I would like to see like weekly goals and things like that, or weekly little challenges and things. Bring the world to life a little bit more. And I think those things would be positives. But I know over the course of, you know, the 100 episodes here and 60, 70 episodes here, there's been a number of people who have, you know, pointed out where Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator kind of break away from realism. It could do this, it could do that, and these kinds of things. And I think those are all valid points for sure. But I think at a certain point in time, it is this game's simplicity that gives it its charm. And if you add too much to it, it's gonna lose that charm, I think. Now, and you can get a lot of those through mods and stuff like that too. And it'd be nice if if they do make the game more complex over time, that a lot of those features are optional and you don't have to do them, because I do think they've hit that balance perfect between just enough complexity and difficulty that you kind of got to pay attention and think about things, but it also frees up your brain to just kind of chill out and enjoy the drive and everything like that. Speaking of enjoyable drives, this is kind of fun. We got our rain sensors going. We got fog. Fog is really starting to settle in here now. It's going to get dark. It would totally suck if we cracked up this drive and couldn't complete it in the last 3 hours and 45 minutes here. IKEA going to the left here eventually. All right, there you go. Anyway, 3 hours and 40 minutes left to go. We'll check in with about an hour left to go. We are in the home stretch now. 62 hours of this drive done. And we are getting a little bit of a dramatic conclusion here with some inclement weather, trying to give us a little bit of a challenge. This is kind of what we started in. It feels fitting, right? We started in rain and dark and fog. We're going to end in rain and dark and fog. I like it. I like it a lot. Unless, of course, we screw up and crash. I don't want to say that. There was one delivery we couldn't finish. I think it was your... I caught the trailer on a post. Might have been American Truck Simulator, the 4th episode. I'm not sure there's been... Oh, there is the one when we bought the trailer and then I flipped it like 400 meters into the woods and stuff. But we hadn't picked up anything yet. We just were picking up our own empty trailer yet. So I'm not sure I haven't completed a delivery in Euro Truck Simulator. I know there's one in American Truck Simulator. But anyway, I'm babbling. We'll see you in a couple hours as we try in this stormy weather to bring this one home. Oh. I think I'm getting a little fatigued. 5%. What are we at now? 5% damage. Okay. No worries. Because I guess the tires didn't count before. But anyway. So much for the no damage and no fines. That was our first damage. That wasn't just normal tire wear. So we made it 60, almost, well, yeah, 60. It was 66 hours and some change. So now made it over 64 hours without damaging anything other than tire wear. But we got damage and then I think 3 fines, right? 3 speeding and 1 wrong way. So we're doing so well up to 42 hours, and then it kind of just went sideways after that. But yeah, I cannot see very well either. This is actually, I'm finding like I'm grabbing the wheel more tensely, and I'm kind of leaning forward to be able to see better. Because the last thing I want to do is, this was a bridge, huh? I guess. The last thing I want to do is to screw this up in the last hour. That would be pathetically sad. But fortunately now we're on big highways. This is actually helpful. And I'm hopeful once it gets to be darker, maybe the lights on the cars will show up a little bit better in trucks. So hoping that helps. And we've only got an hour and 45 minutes left to go. So 62 kilometers, under an hour to go. The weather is not letting up here. I feel like the visibility's improved somewhat, but still a little bit hairy. Thankfully, we're on a big highway, and we've got lights now in the cars in front of us. We've got the traffic lights overhead, so... Whoops, I feel like they're stopping. Oh, toll booth. Can't see the toll booths.
Attention, veuillez respecter la limitation de vitesse.
Alrighty. So yeah, we'll make our way here. We'll check in as we get a little bit closer to our final destination. Can we end this 66-hour journey with a nice parking job? I must say, I've been going for over an hour now, real life. So about an hour, and I didn't get the longest sleep last night. So I'm feeling a little bit sluggish here, which might explain running into the toll booth. But anyway, see you as we get closer to our final destination. With 28 minutes to go, this is kind of perfect, right? So it's 10:30 at night. The sunset's really late up here in game time. So we're getting a sunset. The weather's cleared. We've gone through the storm. Vision here, and the visibility is absolutely perfect. So no problems there. And we are making our way the final 20 minutes towards our destination here. I would be very curious to hear your thoughts and reactions to the 10 reasons why I play Euro Truck Simulator 2. Are there any that I forgot? What are your 10 reasons that you play? Be very curious to hear them and things like that. Do you think it's a good list? Would you switch up the orders? Very interested. Did anyone guess how long it was going to take me to get an accident or get a fine and get it right? I'm kind of bummed we didn't make it the whole way without damaging the truck outside of tire wear, of course, but oh well. What can you do? I mean, there's no extra bonus or anything like that. So I think we probably had. I know we had a €2,000 fine, Probably had 3,000 in fines, and then the wear on the truck's probably going to be another few thousand. So, and I think we fixed it once with wear on the truck, so probably 10,000 maybe in total damage and fines and stuff like that. This one actually doesn't. I wasn't really too concerned about the money. It pays 150,000, so no real big deal on that part. Oh, look, we can fix it right over there too on the way once we're done. So I wasn't really, the money wasn't the goal. I wanted the longest destination because the vinegar doesn't really pay all that well. If you could get something heavier in construction equipment, that would be a ton of money, I'm sure. Because I've seen jobs more that pay much better than the one we got here. But we are here. It is a place we have been to before. So let's see. I hope we get a 90 parking. Pebco. In we go here. Let's see what we get. Oh, I think this one is often right there, right? We'll see. Enter. 40. Ah, disappointment. But it's a rather challenging 40. I think what we'll do is we'll go around the other side and then come at it this way. So we'll just swing around here. We'll see you as we get lined up for it. Alrighty, I think we're lined up for it pretty well here. I might have just missed it. Let's go a little bit forward. Try it right there. That didn't really change much, did it? To cut it really sharp here. I don't think we're going to make it. We're too far out of line. Oh, maybe. I gotta straighten it out. Fast and hard. Ah, I didn't straighten it out quickly enough. Can we recover? I don't think so. There we go. One adjustment. And I think we should get it now. We're looking pretty good. We are home! Whew. Vinegar to Viborg. 15 tons of it. 66 hours. That was fun. If you haven't done one like this, I would definitely recommend this. This was a good time. I thought it would be more... Oh, wow. Achievement unlocked. Oh, Profit Hunter for over 130,000 euros. So we did get an achievement for this. And we went... Oh, we covered the whole level from 32 to 33. Very cool. And we made 158,000... Yeah, 6,963 experience points. We will get eco driving here. Only 3 more skill applications to go after this. That's our only one left that we can pick. There we go. Let me know what you think. I'll put a link to our next episode. So our goals are really clear. We have the Hanover event right here, Destination Hanover. So that's where we're heading next. So it will be another long drive as we go from way up here in Russia all the way down. This is going to be a hike too, down to Hanover. Get as close as we can. It's probably going to take a couple of deliveries maybe to get in there. But we'll see you on our next episode, 101. And I think on our next episode, we will probably at least buy the garage and update the garage for our AI trucker experiment. Maybe we'll do that on the way to Hanover, something like that. One of the two. Link will be here. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the top 10 reasons why I play Euro Truck Simulator 2, and let me know what yours are. We'll see you in the next event. I hope you're still with us. It's going to be about, I'm sure it's over an hour altogether. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.